It seems like Chris Brown does not want to pay the judgment that has been rendered to his ex-housekeeper. We're going to take a look at an article on Complex that talks about this. As you can see, the title of the article says, Chris Brown demands new trial after $12.9 million judge dog bite judgment. So now these celebrities or these rich people, once they get a verdict that they don't like, they want the case completely thrown out. So that seems to be the trend as of late. So Chris Brown, not only does he not want to pay this judgment, or so it would appear, he also wants this case thrown out. So these are just my thoughts and opinions, so therefore everything is allegedly. So let's get into what this article is talking about. So Chris Brown and his company Black Pyramid LLC are challenging the verdict on 4 grounds. So there are 4 grounds that they are trying to challenge this verdict on, including jury misconduct and excessive damages. So they're saying that there was some type of jury misconduct, and of course, they're saying excessive damages. I would imagine that they probably don't want to pay anything. You know how these rich folks do. You know how these celebrities do. So it is saying that they have filed notice to seek a new trial. Oh, they want this trial thrown out. So they are seeking a new trial over the $12.9 million verdict stemming from his former housekeeper, Maria Avila's 2020 dog mauling injuries. They are arguing irregular proceedings. So I'm not sure exactly what the alleged irregular proceedings are: jury misconduct, lack of exonerating findings, and excessive damages. So I guess they feel like he should be exonerated. Who does Chris want to blame this on? So it says that a Los Angeles jury had found Chris liable after his 200-pound, they say, Caucasian shepherd, as if this dog is a human being. So I guess it was a white dog. I don't know. So a Caucasian shepherd named Hadass attacked Avila at his Tarzana home, leaving her with lasting facial disfigurement, partial vision loss, and nerve damage, and also awarded nearly $1 million more to her sister. I believe her sister, Patricia Avila, witnessed this situation, and her brother-in-law, Oscar Olivo, was awarded some money as well. So they don't want these people to collect this money, evidently, allegedly. Now, with the judgment still unpaid, of course, these celebrities do not pay these judgments right away. They got to fight these judgments, trying to keep what's in their bank account safe. They're not trying to pay it out to anyone, in my opinion. Avila reportedly sustained lasting facial disfigurement, visual scarring, partial vision loss, and nerve damage in the attack. So, hopefully she presented her medical records, because I believe he's saying that there was not enough evidence presented. At trial, she testified she could only recall flashes of the mauling and had to step out of the courtroom when graphic photos were shown during opening statements. So the poor woman has been through something so traumatic that she can barely remember the experience. Now, Chris Brown did acknowledge at trial that he never touched Avila, never offered her water or comfort. So I guess this was after the attack, and left the property before paramedics arrived. He testified he did not call 911 personally, stating, I feared a recording would be leaked to the media. So I guess someone called 911 besides Chris Brown. He left. According to this, he told the jury he drove around for a couple hours before stopping at a gas station. So you done left the property, and you was gone for hours. You didn't even come back. Well, I guess by the time you would have came back, she would have been gone in an ambulance. But I'm just saying, did you even check on her at the hospital? But anyway, it says on why he left, Brown stated, because of how my image is and always used. Now, we know that these celebrities, they're going to be talked about, but that goes with the celebrity status. He said, I didn't want a misleading story or like a circus for my status, so me staying out of the way was advised. So I guess someone advised him to leave. I don't know exactly who that person was, but I don't know. Maybe he advised himself. I mean, it seems like this would have happened too fast. So did he get on the phone for calling for advice instead of calling 911? I'm just saying. But the jury rejected he did this defense entirely, because this verdict was against him, including his claim that he had warned Avila the dogs were absolutely not friendly, and that Hadass had been purchased by security staff rather than kept as a personal pet. So even though he's saying that the dog was purchased by security staff, I guess he was saying that my name is Ben Dog and I'm not in it. The jury was not buying that because the dog was on your property. And it says that the $12.9 million award to Abella is part of a combined total of roughly 13.835 millions because her sister was awarded some money and the brother-in-law was awarded some money as well. The jury separately awarded her sister, Patricia Abella, $885,000 for emotional distress, and her husband, okay, not the brother-in-law, but her husband, Oscar Olivio, $50,000 in this situation. And the judgment for now sits unpaid. So who knows how long this judgment will sit unpaid for? I guess until he exhausts all of his appeals. I mean, if the verdict can be appealed, but he wants the case thrown out. Bella's attorney, Nancy Germanian, filed a motion on July 23rd to freeze Brown's touring accounts, stating that Brown and Black Pyramid LLC have made no effort to satisfy any portion of the judgment. So, they was going after that money. So it looks like his advisor said, hey, Chris, let's file a motion. Let's try to get this case thrown out. So who knows? I don't expect that they're going to get this case thrown out. I believe they have a hearing on September 22nd. But, she was going after that money. So I guess they figured they had to do something. And if this doesn't work, I guess they will take the next step. So it says that the motion noted that attempts to contact Brown's attorney about payment had gone unanswered. This per Billboard reporter on this. Daily interest continues to accrue on the balance. So he's going to have to pay interest on this balance, when he doesn't pay this verdict. So who knows how much he'll wind up paying. By the time he pays it, he probably will have to pay about $15 to $20 million. But he'll make that and then some on this R&B tour if he hasn't already made that. So Chris Brown is currently co-headlining, as we know, with Usher. And an interesting fact is that a girl came up on stage with Usher and she was not feeling Usher. She said she wanted Chris Brown only. So even though she got up there with Usher, she got her 15 minutes of fame off of Usher. She did an interview with TMZ talking about she only wanted to be on the stage with Chris Brown. So this is what happened when you have two superstars co-headlining a tour, and then I guess they don't properly vet the fans to see if they are a fan of Chris Brown or see if they are a fan of Usher. They put everybody in one lump, and this is what had happened. So he is co-headlining the R&B tour with Usher, a Live Nation promoted stadium run that started in June 26th and is scheduled to stretch through December. So that is very interesting because this is scheduled to go through December. But Chris Brown has got into another bit of trouble. As we all know, he also had a situation in the UK where he pled guilty to, I believe, some type, it looked like, he threw a bottle and hit somebody. But I forgot what the charge that he pled guilty to, where it could lead to up to 3 years of imprisonment. But I doubt he would spend a day behind bars. You know how people with money do. So this is what is going on with Chris Brown. Another controversy for Chris Brown. So it says that the new trial hearing is scheduled for September 22nd. So the new trial hearing is scheduled for September 22nd. And this situation, now I forgot what the date is that he is scheduled to be sentenced in his other situation, but I believe it is sometime in late October. So we don't know if he's going to spend time behind bars or even if he hasn't spent time behind bars, whether they will let him finish out his touring dates because he has touring dates in November as well as December. So this is the latest of what is going on with Chris Brown, the R&B crooner. The light-skinned dude that has dark skin problems. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure you leave a comment below. And as always, thank you so very much for stopping by my page. Make sure you like this video. Give this video a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a penny to thumbs up this video. And go on ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you in the next. Well, tell me what you think about this Chris Brown situation. Do you think that he should have went ahead and paid the money? I mean, after all the lady was injured, she was attacked by the dog, even though he said it was not his dog. Do you think that he is doing the right thing like most celebrities do or most rich folks do, trying to keep the money in their bank account, trying not to pay? So let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.